Woody, woot, woot, woot. Take a second here to get going here. Woot, 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 woot. Chuck Brothers covered loud and proud. Gonna lie. Woot, woot, woot. Welcome. Chuck Brothers covered loud and proud. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can we get a woot, woot? Woot, woot. Rockin' recovery. Recovery loud and proud. Chuck Brothers recovery loud and proud. Right here, right now. Right now. Doing a deal. Sharing a message of hope. Reaching out. Back into the fire. Pull somebody back out. Save somebody today. What's up, Michael? Welcome to the show. Thank you for your support, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Mom's here. What's up, Mom? Woody, woot, woot. Woot, woot, woot. Guess what we're drinking today? We're drinking some juice. Ain't juicy juice, but it's juice. Cran apple. Cran apple juice. Cranny apples. Cranberry apple. Woo. Give everybody a second to get here. Everybody say hello, hello, hello. Moment from our sponsors. Chuck Brothers Heating and Cooling. 502-286-0005. 502-286-0005. For all your heating and air conditioning needs. Woo woo. Anyway, no, that's the real deal, people. Need any heating and air work done? Be glad to come help you out. That's how I pay my bills. That's how I help pay for helping other people. That's how I pay for everything. But anyways, how was y'all's day? I had a pretty decent day. A little tired. A little tired. I was trying to take a nap before I got started, and I didn't realize it was already 6:30. I did make some tuna fish casserole for dinner. It was scrumptious, just mouth watering. Woody woot, love some food. Life is good, truly blessed. God has been good all day today. Of course, God is good every second of every day. God is good all the time. It's been a little gloomy out. It has not hurt my happiness at all today. Uh, Truly grateful. Gratitude, man, is the answer to all that. Depression, sadness, any kind of misery. Gratitude. Woo, you can't have any of that stuff in the brain when gratitude's there. Gratitude keeps all that out. Be grateful for what you are today. Grateful for who you are today. Just be grateful because, could be somewhere else. Could be dead right now, but you're not. Be grateful you're alive. You know why? Because tomorrow's a better day. Just make it to today. Tomorrow's a better day. Promise. Promise you do the next right thing. Do good. Live good. Be happy. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Give it all to Jesus Christ, the man upstairs. Woo, I tell you what, powerful man. He done a lot for me. Done a lot for me. Well, anyways, I'm going to disqualify myself for being qualified for this job that I really don't consider a job. I just like doing it. I like reaching out, helping people. 10 years old, I started drinking, started smoking weed. Then moved on up to mushrooms, LSD, uh, cocaine, crack cocaine, methamphetamines, pain pills, heroin, ice, and then just speedball and heroin and ice. Then I got off the opiates for a little while and got on ice for a long time, and here we are today. Woot woot, no mind, mood, altering chemicals in my body and haven't been since 8/16 of 18. And for that date, I am truly grateful. Woody, woot, woot. Woody, woot, woot. Man, you know what y'all sobriety, if you quit right now, your sobriety date be 4/24/2020. 4/24/2020. Woo, 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 woo. Got like a sobriety date. Man, dude, what about the sobriety dates? Man, you know what? It really ain't about how many days you're sober and none of that bull crap. I'll tell you what that is. If you knowed me in the past or knew anything about me, and you know that I've been clean and sober for almost 2 years, you would say, oh my God, that's impossible. And yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing. And somebody else had a sobriety date, and I could relate with them, and they give me hope that I could do it too. And man, here I am trying to spread some hope to you all, let y'all know that you all can do it too. Every last one of you. You can do it too. You know, we don't have just alcoholics and addicts on here. We got family members of alcoholics and addicts, and I like to refer to them as your addict because you're not an addict, you know, but you got one in the family, so we'll refer to them as your addict. If I say your addict, that's for the people out there that are families are struggling with an addict in addiction. And I am an addict through and through. I can't lay nothing down. I put something in my body. I do not stop until I'm broke out in handcuffs in an institution, or lost everything I got. And that's when I stop. Uh, my job always was pretty decent, so I never really had to stop a long time. But I have been through the withdrawals and the madness and all that craziness stuff. So let me tell y'all what happened today. Love it. This is the juice right here, people. This is the juice. I know how y'all like me. You know, I think about the probation officer and all that. That son of a gun, he sent me to rehab, and that son of a gun did that. I can't believe the gall that guy had. Yeah, I told mine all that stuff and a few other choice words in the madness. But I got a nephew fixing to get out of jail, and he needs the MRS somewhere, and I told him he'd come here. That's right. I told him to come here. You know why? Because somebody's got to help him. You know, if he goes out on the streets, he ain't got a chance, really. So I'm going to help him out. We got ground rules and all that. But getting back to what I was saying here, what happened today. So the probation officer calls me and says, hey, your nephew Rick wants the MRS out there and all that. He said his name is Officer Coy. And if y'all from Bardstown, if y'all not familiar with Officer Coy, he is a probation officer here in Nelson County, Kentucky. And I said, no kidding, Officer Coy. He said, yeah. I said, do you know who this is? And he said, no, sir, I do not. He said, the name sounds familiar. I said, well, I was one of your probation officees or whatever you call us, you know, one of them. And he's like, oh, how you doing? I said, man, I'm super fantastic. And you know what? I just want to thank you for everything you did for me. Because if it wasn't for you sending me to rehab and you sending my paperwork back to Louisville where I got in trouble with, and them sending me back to drug court, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And for that, I'm truly grateful. And I thank that man. And I told him to thank his wife because she was the lady who works in the office and she figures out what rehab you go to. Me and her didn't get along very good. Man, I tell you what, I thought I wanted to choke her out when I was out there. And I told her, tell her thank you too. That's what recovery does for you, baby. Bam! I said thank you to my PO. Woo woo woo! That's juice right there. You know what? And I would like to go talk to the two officers that caught me with that 12 grams of heroin and thank them for saving my life because that's what they did. I didn't see it like that day, but that's what they did. And you know why I want to thank them and why it was so important for me to thank that PO? Matter of fact, I did a live show today. It wasn't planned. So if you felt like you missed out, go back and watch it. It's on YouTube. I was bored and I did it. And all of it was on live video. When he called in, I was on live video telling him thank you. So you can go back and check it out. Awesome stuff right there. That's right. That's right. But anyways, them people, all these cops and stuff, we cuss them all the time. I was the world's worst. Still don't really like a bunch of cops. I'm kind of iffy on the fence about them, whatever. But you know what? They got a job to do. And I realize there's crooked ones out there and there's some bad ones and the ones that picked on you or whatever. But you got to look at it like this: day after day, they're walking in crackhead houses. They're walking in, all these trap houses. Kids there on the floor, people doing methamphetamines, making dope there, and there's kids there. They see that day after day. All they see is the bad. And that's why it's important for me to go back and say, hey, I made it through, buddy, thanks to you. Yeah, I didn't like it at the time. Yeah, it sucked. Man, I'm going to prison. Man, it sucked big time. But you know what? Today I can go back and tell them, thank you. Thank you. Man, y'all done got way past me here. I didn't realize y'all was all here. How you doing, Michael? Jimmy? Natasha? Jacob, welcome. Just started watching this and it spoke volumes to me. I just a beer drinker, but hey, it is an addiction and I need to quit. Amen, brother. At least you know. At least you know. Jennifer, what's up? Jamie, what's up? Natasha again. Jacob. Jane, I love you, girl. Woo, woo. 2020 twin. uh, prayers, prayers. Thank you. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you. Tina, what's going on, my friend? Awesome, 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 awesome. Rockin' recovery. Woo, woo. uh, would you go with me and thank them also, Jennifer? That's my sister there. Hey, I tell you what, when I graduate drug court, we are sending them an invite. I didn't talk to Miss Casey about it. We are sending them an invite to come to the graduation if we get to have a graduation. And yeah, it's going to be a very emotional day for me because I have completed something that I can never ever imagine ever completing in my life in sobriety. Wow. Woo woo. I'm telling you, I was a 5 gram a day heroin addict. And I had no plans on quitting. When I got locked up, I didn't plan on quitting. When I got sentenced to where I had to go to drug court and all that stuff, I had no intention on quitting. You heard it here first. I was going to do my time. I was going to jump through the hoops, do whatever I had to do, and I was going to go get high again. How retarded is that? Woo! But let me tell you what happened. I don't know what happened. All that fog come out of my head, and one day it just clicked like that. Boom! And I didn't want that life no more. I didn't want to be sick and tired no more. I didn't want to have to call and argue with people to get a pack of cigarettes. I didn't want to have to do that no more. I didn't want to walk no more. I wanted my own vehicle. I wanted a place to go live. I wanted something in life besides dope sickness. I mean, I wasn't living. I was for 34 years. I didn't live. I thought I was living. I thought I knew everything in the world, but I didn't know jack crap. I tell everybody every day, this is what you do with everything you know when you're ready to quit. Take everything you know and throw that crap in the garbage because you don't know shit. I didn't know shit. That's why I can say it. It don't bother me to tell you you don't know nothing. I'll call you on your BS right off. Boom. Right off. I knew everything in the world. I know I did. Hell, how you going to tell me anything? I know what I'm doing. That's what I was saying. I didn't know nothing. I knew a lot about a lot of things, but I tell you what I didn't know nothing about. I didn't know nothing about recovery. Today, I know a little bit about recovery, and I share what little bit I know with all you all that maybe y'all might have a chance too. I want everybody to be as happy as I am. Woo woo! Heck yeah! Life is good. Life is dandy. Like I said, God is good. God is good every second of every day. God is good all the time. And He has truly reached down and touched my shoulder and blessed me with a way better life in recovery. Boom. I can't even put it out there any better than that. She couldn't wrote that in a book. We'll work on these cigarettes one of these days. Probably not, but I'm gonna keep saying it because one of these days I'm gonna try. I feel like a hypocrite over the cigarette thing for real. But yes, today I got to apologize or thank my probation officer. Who would have ever thought that? I mean, I just wanted to smack him in the face 2 years ago. But today I got to thank him, and I'm truly grateful I did. I mean, it was just I wasn't expecting the phone call at all, and I was live doing what I do, doing what I do, and the phone rang, and it's my probation officer. I mean, I really don't have to go see him now. I see a drug court though, but he was the guy that sent me to rehab the first time. The guy that kept p testing me every time I walked in the door, and you know he made my life hard. I felt like he was picking on me. That guy wasn't picking on me. He was doing his job. Of course, if y'all look at my page or my group and you go up to the top and you see the picture on the left and the picture on the right, that guy wasn't stupid. That's what I'm saying, people. I'm gonna call you out. I mean, if you look like you ain't ate in 6 months and you come up and say, "Oh, well, I got sobriety, I'm recovered," I'm gonna tell you you're a liar. I'm worried about your life. I want to save your life. I want to help you get better. Don't bullshit me because I'm not going to bullshit you. I hear it all the time. People tell me, "Oh, I've been clean for 9 months. Look like they ain't ate a cracker in 10." And it makes them feel good about themselves. And you know, I hate it. I hate it. It's like, man, you're not lying to me. I mean, you're not lying to me. You can't pull that. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. I lived that life for 34 years. If it makes you feel better, whatever, but you're not getting no better. You got to admit to yourself you've got a problem. You know, the only person you're hurting is you. That's not true. You're hurting everybody around you. Everybody in your family, everybody that loves you, everybody that cares about you. You are destroying their lives. They are becoming as sick as you. I'll say that again. They are becoming as sick as you. I know we don't try to do it. My mom even told me that, that I didn't hurt nobody but myself. That's a damn lie. I knew it was a lie. As soon as it come out of her mouth, I knew it was a lie. How many hours of sleep you think she didn't sleep because of me? How many times you think that she was thinking they was gonna get a phone call that I was dead? What do you say, Tony? And yeah, I mean, how many times you think you slip out of the house with something of theirs and or sneak off with their cars or you pass out at the wheel and wreck their cars or something, all that worry that they do all the time. It's nonstop as a parent. I can tell you, I worry about my boy when I'm not around all the time. I can't imagine if he was out there on dope. I just can't do it. I can't imagine. So when you think you're just hurting yourself, you're not. You're hurting everybody around you. Everybody. Did I tell y'all if y'all quit today, got sober today, your sobriety date will be 4/24/2020. Woo! You about 4 days late on the 4/20/20 though. That'd been a cool one. It really would. I don't know. Only an addict would say that because the 4/20 is, of course, that's when you smoke pot. 4/20. It's 4/20. But imagine your sobriety date, 4/20/2020. I don't know. I gotta laugh about it. It's my own. Y'all know I'm sick. I'm sicker than most. Sicker than most. I do got y'all didn't seen this shirt, but put the dope down. Put it down, baby. Put the dope down. www.sobermode.com. www.sobermode.com. That's where I get my shirts at. I got one for every day of the week. unfortunately, I wore this one today. Again, it's clean. I wore it the day before yesterday. I just like it. It's a new one, so I wore it again. Y'all know how it is. Woot woot, something new. But anyways, yes. What can I tell you? Oh, I'll tell you what I can tell you. I know exactly what I can tell you. Man, I tell you what, a real close friend of mine committed suicide the other day. Well, his daughter committed suicide. I was pretty good friends with her too, and truly sad. She's been fighting these demons her whole life, just like we do as addicts. She had a little more issues. She had some mental issues to go along with it. Which I'm gonna tell you right now, just because you're an addict, don't mean you're just an addict. All that is a symptom of what's really going on up here. We are all mental. I said that right. We are all mental. We all got problems up here, and that's why we put all that stuff in our bodies, all that poison in our bodies to try to bury that stuff. Fact. 100% fact. I'm no expert. I'm an addict though, and I've done my 4 step, and I've done my inventory, and I've told somebody my deepest, darkest secrets, and I give it to God too. And today I'm free. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Exactly right. Self medicating. That's right. Hell, I tell you what, I was on pain pills so bad I could tell you what a pain pill was better than a pharmacist could at one time. I mean, what's that beating true? Crazy. Well, anyways, back to suicide prevention. 1-800-273-TALK. 1-800-273-TALK. It is not worth it, people. Tried to hang myself in here in the other room. Extension cord from the ceiling fan. Luckily, my nephew that's getting out of jail is the one who pulled me off that. Thank God. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Because I wouldn't be here right now telling you all this stuff. I would not. And I would have never got sober. My son would have grown up without a dad. Whole family crying, miserable, don't know what they did wrong. Had nothing to do with them. I mean, it was all up here for me. Of course, I blamed all of them. You're going to notice if you have an addict in your family or an addict or an addict, we all blame everybody else. It's everybody else's fault. If they would have done this, if they would have done that, if I would have had that, or if I'd have had this, if so and so would have done better at that, I wouldn't have used. Bullshit. I had to find my part in every bit of it. I don't care if they was wrong. They was wrong. I still had my part in that. Period. Y'all gonna hear me say it all the time because I did. If you know, you got a part in it. If you got molested at 2 years old, now listen here, it's serious. If you got sexually molested at 2 years old, do you know what your part is in that? Do you know what your part is in that? I'm going to tell you. You never forgave yourself. It was not your fault, and you never forgave yourself. That is your part in that. I know, right? Woo! Didn't have no part in that. I didn't cause that. I was too. How did I cause that? Because I felt the guilt, shame, and remorse from that my whole life. And I chose not to forgive myself. It was my fault because I didn't tell or whatever. That is your part in that. So if you think that you got molested and you had nothing to do with it, and that's all right, it's not all right. Your part is you did not forgive yourself. It is hard not to take stuff personal, but it's not personal. I can tell you that. Addict does something, it's not personal. I mean, I give addicts hell. I'm an addict, and that's all right if I do it. It's not all right if you're not there and you've never been there because you don't understand. And that's why I always say a doctor couldn't help me, a psychiatrist couldn't help me. Only another addict can help me because they understand the pain. They understand everything that's going on in my head. They know the peculiar mental twist that's going on in my head. And believe me, there's a peculiar mental twist going on in my head the whole time. If y'all knew my sick sense of humor, some of you do, y'all would know that I don't think normal all the time. maybe not even a little. That's all right. It's like I was saying earlier. There's three frogs on a log. One decides to jump in. How many frogs are on the log? Well, there's three because he didn't jump. He just decided and thought about doing it. As long as I don't take action of what I'm thinking, I'm good. I can kill 1,000,000 people inside my head as long as I don't do it in person. See what I'm saying? I can think about going to get high. As long as I don't get high, I'm good. Can't help what goes on up here as long as I don't act on it. You know, that's just the way it is. 100% twisted. Yes, sir, baby. That's me. Or you might be talking about you. I don't know. I've known you a long time, Jamie. I don't know. I always feel like I'm sicker than most. I don't know. I take that, love it, and roll with it. I had a aunt that was alcoholic, and she kind of had a dry sense of humor too, like mine. And I ain't gonna say it's dry; it was pretty whatever. But yeah, yeah. And it's I should have seen it a long time ago. Because I wore some screwed up shirts back then too. It wasn't about addiction, but it was stuff you don't wear in public. And but I wore them, and I was proud to wear them. I didn't care what people thought. Well, really, I did. The problem was what I was doing was I was putting myself out there and hoping that somebody would say something because I was not strong enough mentally to say something out my mouth to anybody else. I couldn't have friends unless they befriended me first. I couldn't do that because I didn't belong. I didn't fit in. I was lonely in a crowd of 1,000,000 people. I was the only person there. But the problem was, like I was saying yesterday, I didn't get off my butt to get up and try to communicate with people either. So it was more my fault than anybody else. People like me. It was just my perception that people didn't like me. And that's all right. That's all right. I don't know. I feel like I say 1,000,000 things in like 30 minutes and I run out of things to say. And then the last half, I just laugh at myself. And I'll tell you why I laugh at myself. And I don't know if I told y'all yesterday because I look at the guy that used to get high in this camera here. I mean, I can't see you all per se. I just see me. And that guy in there, I recognize him, but I don't recognize what comes out of his mouth. That's the difference in me today. My thinking is 180 degrees. 180 degrees. I totally do not think the way I used to think. And the things I used to think was right is I totally think is wrong today. And so it's hard for me to even recognize myself. And I laugh about it, where I laugh about, you know, because recovery is so easy. It is so easy. I tell y'all every day exactly how to do it. Every day. And it don't sink in and it's all right. It is all right. Because it did not sink in for me either. Yes, sir. I've always believed in Jesus Christ. Always. Always. And of course, you don't have to believe in Jesus Christ. I'm not here to make y'all believe in Jesus Christ, a higher power, or any of that. But you need a higher power. You got to get it off yourself. You cannot keep doing what you've always done because you will always get what you've always gotten from what you always did. It never changes. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Yeah, you got to raise your hand for help, man. And or you can wait until like I did, and the judge hits his gavel. Thinking you're going away for 10 years, and you're thinking, man, I'm not a bad guy. I just like to get high. I'm not hurting nobody but myself. I don't believe addicts should go to jail. I don't believe addicts belong in prison. Did you know that 46% of our prisons are full of people that are addicts, all drug related? I don't believe that. Sending them to jail is not fixing the problem. That's not. It's not doing nothing. It's like the movie Blow. Old boy George Young says, I went to prison on a degree in marijuana, come out with a doctorate in cocaine. That ain't helping nobody. You got to get to the root of your problem. You got to figure out why your brain is working the way it is. And you got to find your spot. You know, came to believe in a power greater than myself could restore me to sanity. You know what? Because I can't restore me to sanity. I've been insane my whole life, and everything I've ever done has folded. Period. Period. I can work it out with a calculator. I don't care how good a calculator I got. I can write it on paper. Whatever. I don't care how good it looks. It will fail. Period. Every time for me. Every time. I know millionaires that don't stay millionaires. I know millionaires that get millions afterwards. Sobriety. I know people that don't get hardly anything in sobriety, but they get sober. I'll tell you what I got. I got peace of mind, and I got out of it with my life. Got all my teeth gone, except the bottom here, but I made it out of my life, and I'm truly grateful. Damn right. I might not be dope fiend sexy now, but I still feel pretty cute. I know. I'm goofy. That's all right. It don't matter what y'all think about me today. I don't worry about what people think about me today. You think I'd get on here and act like a fool if I thought I worried about what people thought? I can't worry about what people think. You know what I worry about? I worry about nothing because my faith has got me. You know, if I don't work for a couple of days, I don't worry about where the electric bill's coming from because I know my God's going to take care of me. You don't have to have my God. If you don't have a God, I'll be glad to share my God with you, whatever. But you don't have to. My aunt got sober on a ball peen hammer. That was her higher power for 25 years. 25 years on a ball peen hammer. What that tells me is you got to have willingness. You got to be open minded and you got to be honest. You got to be 100% honest with yourself. Quit bullshitting yourself. Quit lying to yourself. Quit telling yourself that it's everybody else's fault. Find your part in it. Tell somebody else about it. Get it off your chest. It is the most freeingest thing you'll ever do in your life. It'll feel like an elephant comes off your chest. I ain't saying, I don't know. If you're going to go to prison for it, go tell a priest and whatever. I don't know. I mean, I have not run into anybody that has had done something so bad that they couldn't tell somebody else, and I'm sure that there are. I've heard some crazy stories in my lifetime, and whatever. How free do you want to be? How free do you want to be? I ain't saying go tell the judge. I ain't saying that. I'm saying get honest with yourself. Get a little humility. Be humble. Humble. I don't like talking about working the steps because this is not Alcoholics Anonymous. This is not Narcotics Anonymous. It is none of that. But I am 100% with them. If you take them 12 steps, and I don't care what you do in life, if you're not an addict, not an alcoholic, and you work them steps, I promise you, your life will get even better than what it is now. Even if you're not an alcoholic, even if you're not an addict. I bought my mom a book. I said, here, you need to do this. This works. This will work for anybody. You know what they called the big book before it was called the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous? It was called A Design for Living. A Design for Living. Just a little tidbitical information. That's what they was going to name it, A Design for Living. But anyways, and if you're a drug addict and you don't like Alcoholics Anonymous, well, get your big book anyways and change the word to addiction, drugs, whatever besides alcohol. But I'm going to tell you right now, my theory on alcohol, it is a drug. It was a magic elixir in the 1800s, 1700s, whatever. It was used as a medicine there. It's used as a medicine now. It is all dopamine in the brain. I don't care if you're shooting heroin or down in a pint of vodka. It's all dopamine in your brain. So a drug is a drug is a drug, yo. If you're an addict, you can't have none of it. If you're alcoholic, alcoholics seem to think that you just don't drink, you're good. And that's fine. That's still not mine. I believe in absolute abstinence. Now, I ain't saying if you go to the doctor, you hurt yourself, you go to the doctor, and you got to have some medicine. As long as you take it as prescribed, you're good. I used to get 180 Perk 15s every month. They was gone in 3 days. That's not good. That's not doing like you're told. The doctor never told me to crush them up and shoot them. He never told me to crush them up and snort them. But you know what I did? That's what I did. You don't do that. See, that's where you get to run into problems. See, that's the addiction part of it. I had all my teeth cut out on top and around both sides there. I took 3 Advil or ibuprofen, excuse me, 3 ibuprofen. It really wasn't that bad. I built it up in my head that it was going to be awful. It really wasn't. I mean, by the time they give you the painkiller at the hospital, by the time that wears off and you sleep, hey, you're 2 days in. By then, it's already stopping to hurt. You know, you're almost healed. About 3 days, it's so sore. You don't eat, can't hardly eat nothing. But you know, it's not like it's like somebody sticking shit underneath your fingernails. Man, we can take a lot of pain, man. Look how much pain we deal with inside of us. Why we do all that stuff. Man, that pain is miserable. It is awful. Thinking nobody loves you, nobody cares about you, nobody wants to be around you. Everybody's using you. You know, paranoia all the time. Somebody's after me. Come on, people. That ain't living. That ain't living. Man, I'm free as I ever been in my life. In quarantine, freer than I ever been in my life. You know, I didn't think I could live right here in this house where I live at. I did more dope in this house right here than I probably have anywhere. Than I have anywhere. Tried to hang myself here. My best friend overdosed in my arms in the other room. Everybody I know around me still is around me. Everybody I use with still is around me besides the one that's dead. I could probably hit 3 drug dealers with a rock. I still live right here, spreading a message of hope to anybody out there that will listen. You can do this. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. 100%. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Really, anybody. I was a 5 gram day heroin intravenous user. I know that's not easy to understand if you're not an addict, but if you are an addict, you know it's a lot of dope. And I did it. I got clean. I didn't take Suboxone. I didn't take methadone. I didn't take none of that bull crap. I decided this is what I decided. I'll tell you what I did. I laid up in that up there in JDAC where they give you all that stuff, so you don't have to come down like that. I told them no. I don't want your junk. I've been on that junk my whole life. You know what I want? I want to get sick one time. I'm going to go through this one time. And when I'm done and I'm through the withdrawals, I never, ever, ever have to feel like that again if I don't put another one in me. And from that date, I have not put another one in me. Period. I have not had to feel that sick, that cold, clammy, hot, flashing, cold, flashing, shake, shitting, body restless junk ever since then. Not one time have I. Not one time. I've not had to call and rob nobody. I've not had to go steal nothing. I've not had to do nothing except give my Lord all the praise in the world. Praise Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for looking after me. Man, man. I'm telling you right now, you don't have to believe in God. All you got to do is believe in something bigger than you. And I ain't talking about the mass of people. No human power can help me. It says so in a book that no human power could help us. So I can't use a group of people for my higher power. I can't do it. I don't know if they're right or not, but I know for since 1935, there's been a lot of people get sober and a lot of people get clean and stay that way. A lot of people. Matter of fact, you want to go to Alcoholics Anonymous, the first 100, every one of them stayed clean. So every one of them, first 100. But there was a whole lot ruder back then, and they meant it when they said they was quitting. They meant it, and they did. The first 100. And then it kind of slacked over the years. We start not being real with people. We start letting them slide with their bullshit. And next thing you know, they go back out. Relapse is not okay. I'm going to tell you right now, relapse will kill you dead the first time if you're not lucky. Or if you're lucky, because if worse, you might live through that and have to live through all that madness all over again. You might not never make it back. You might have to live through that, and that would be worse than dying that first time to me. If I had to go through all that again, I'd rather just die. Go ahead and put me out of my misery because I don't want to go through that suffering every day just to feel normal. It's not worth it to me, baby. No, sirree, Bob. Woo, woo. Ain't done it. Just say no. Dare to carry, baby. Dare to carry. That shit didn't work. The war on drugs is a failure. I'll tell you right now. It is a failure. You send people to prison away from their family, destroy people's lives. What they need is help. Help. I don't know about this free, safe dose, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm a fan of people living, and if they can live and live normal lives, I'm all for that. But I think there's got to be some kind of come off of it in the recovery. And I'll tell you, I know I tell y'all this every day: the difference between sobriety and the difference between recovery. Sobriety is you just don't put nothing back in you. You're still the miserable, shameful, hate yourself person that you always been, except you don't use or drink. Recovery, you do the same thing, except you work on your insides. You get rid of your selfishness, your self-centeredness, your egomaniacism, or whatever you call it. I'm no big talker, but big words, but whatever. You get rid of all that junk. Get rid of all that, and you work on that every day, the rest of your life. You try to be a little bit better than you was yesterday. I can tell you now, I'm a whole lot better than the day I was when I walked out of that courtroom and recovery started. I didn't know it at the time, but it's sure obvious to me now. And that's why I laugh, people, because, I know it's 6 months of hell. It did take 6 months of hell to get where I'm at. And, but you know what? I got almost 2 years clean and sober. It was only 6 months of that. How much is 6 months of your lifetime? Man, that's no time. That's just a small dent in your life. Feel like shit for 6 months. I felt like shit for 6 months. Now, I probably didn't have to, but I wanted the easier, softer way. I sit down on my butt. I didn't drink water like they told me. I didn't get up and move around like they told me. I just sit there because I was miserable. And then finally, it did go away. It probably would have went away in 2 weeks. I don't know. I chose to do it the hard or the easy way, and it was harder, just like addicts do. There is no easier, softer way. But I tell you what, if you put yourself through it and you get over it and you move on, and every day you do something a little better, you reach out and try to reach back in the fire like I do and pull your buddies back out of it. You know, I, that's my whole game plan here. I want to help everybody out there that's still suffering. You know, I I can't keep it if I don't give it away. So they tell me I don't know, but I enjoy doing this. I enjoy getting on here running my mouth being stupid, looking like a dweeb or whatever. You know why? Because people listen. People out there truly understand that this is killing people. They're killing our families, killing ourselves, and it don't have to be that way no more. You don't have to be miserable. You choose to be miserable. I refuse to be miserable. I choose to be clean and sober and taking care of business every day. It is a whole lot easier to get up and go to work, pay your bills, come home, eat your dinner, take a shower, and go to bed than it is chasing dope around all day. It was all consuming for me. The first thing I noticed when I got clean was, man, I got all this time on my hands. What am I going to do? I wasn't chasing dope for the next 3 days. Didn't have that problem. Today I just do whatever the hell I want to do. Really, I go to a lot of meetings. Well, if it wasn't for the COVID 19, I go to a lot of meetings. Right now, I put on a meeting online. Got over almost 800 members. I do this right here to help out the people that don't know about all that stuff. People that don't worry about anonymity, they just looking for help. You know, I don't believe in anonymity. I'll give up my anonymity. I'm Chuck Brothers. I'm an addict, 100%. But if I don't tell you that, how are you going to know to ask me for help? That's my theory on it. whatever. I don't have to give up anybody's anonymity. That's why I don't talk about programs. I ain't trying to step on no traditions either. Them programs have made it around for a long time. If my boy ever needs it, I want it to be there. And they say them traditions are there, so it will be. So that's why I don't do it. I'm a firm believer in all of them. Got it going on today. Getting real, baby. Getting real. No BS today. No BS. You know what? I got to shout out, though, United for Recovery. www.unitedforrecovery.org. www.unitedforrecovery.org. You're looking for a free rehab. Go under the resources. There's all kinds of them that you don't have to pay. Nothing. If you're in active addiction and you're not working, they will get you on Medicaid. Medicaid will pay for it. Don't think it's coming out of your pocket. If you got a Casey Law somebody, CaseyLaw.org. Get the paperwork. When the prosecutor says, you want to pay for that, fill it out anyways. You're not going to have to pay for it. I'm telling you right now. www.unitedforrecovery.org. Under resources. All kinds of Christian based, all kinds of different kinds of rehabs that can get you in for free. Period. Period. Chia. Well, I missed my time, but I'm going to tell you, y'all know what time it is, don't you? It's not Howdy Doody time. It's Chuck Brothers. How to use your 4 milligram Narcan nasal spray. You walk in, you find somebody overdose. You're doing dope with your buddy, and they overdose. Hopefully, you got some Narcan. If you're doing dope, hopefully, you got Narcan. Never use alone, because I had a buddy die. Narcan sitting right here. Wasn't nobody ever give it to him. Dead. You're going to use, man, use smart. Do not call 911. I said that right. Do not call 911. What you do is you take your thumb or your finger and you do a sternum rub. Do it on yourself. Don't take much pressure. It hurts like hell. If that don't bring them back or make them snap out of it, you roll them on their side. You open up your thing in Narcan. You put your fingers right there, thumb right there. You stick it all the way up their nose to there. To touch your fingers. Push the plunger. Now, you call 911. Now, you call 911. You wait about 3 minutes. If they're not coming around, this comes with 2 in a box. You take it, you stick it up their nose, the other's nose, right here to your fingers, till it touches your fingers. You push the plunger. It will bring you out of overdose 92% of the time, 8 minutes after overdose. The reason I tell you not to call 911 first, because when you call 911, now you're taking time to call 911. Second, they're going to get you on the phone and they're going to say, what's your name? Then they're going to say, what's your address? And they're going to say, what's your emergency? You're going to be distraught anyways. So you're really taking time there. Seconds matter. Even the package says call 911 first. I'm telling you now, seconds matter. Give them the Narcan, then call 911. You heard it here first, people. Don't run off and leave your buddy after you call 911. And I'll tell you why. Because on March 15th, or March 25th, 2015, the Kentucky State Courts signed into law Bill 192. It's called the Heroin Bill, and it gives you immunity from prosecution if you stay there with your buddy until help arrives. They will not lock you up. I know from firsthand experience. My buddy overdosed in my arms in my bathroom. I called 911. I give him mouth to mouth and chest compressions for 30 minutes. He vomited in my mouth. I could taste it for a week. They did not lock me up. They did not search me. They did nothing except come and try to save his life. And that's why I carry 911, or I mean, Narcan because the cops at that time did not carry Narcan. Neither did anybody else that showed up until the ambulance got here 30 minutes later. That's why I'm a big advocate for Narcan. The town of New Haven has Narcan. I've given them 4 boxes. Just saying, people. It's real out there. People dying. I get serious, man. I hate it. I know I'm goofy, woo, 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 and all that, but I get serious, man. We talk about this, trying to save lives here, trying to help you all out. You know, your parents love you. Your mom and dad love you. Brothers and sisters love you. Hell, I love you. I love you until you learn to love yourself. I might not like you, might not be able to stand you, but I love you because you're a human being, a fellow human being. What's wrong with the world, people? We give up on each other too quick. We don't see the people reaching out for help. We don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how else to even get it out. I don't even know how to come across. I try. I do my best. I love y'all. I do this every day. We'll do this every day at 6:30 every day. You know why we do it at 6:30 every day? Because people overdose every day. Every day they overdose. They don't have to. It's senseless. It's all because they're covering something up inside of them, and they don't even know they're doing it. They might not even remember the tragedy or whatever, or excuse me, what's going on inside their head. They might not even understand that. But unless somebody like me or somebody reaches out, or if they reach for help, I mean, how do we know? I mean, how do we know? We're too busy worrying about how the electric bill getting paid. You know what I mean? Putting food in our kids' mouths, worry about what the neighbor's doing. He might be over there screaming for help. Mine's over there screaming all the time. Makes me want to choke him, but I got to remember, he's a sick individual. He is no better or no worse than I was, ever. I'm an addict. He's an addict. He'd go over and choke him. He got a problem. I just got to remember he's sick. I mean, if he had cancer, I wouldn't be over there wanting to choke him. I would have. No. I'm not here to argue the disease thing with y'all, but it is a disease. Whether it's mental disease, whatever, I don't know. It's dis-ease. We're dis-eased. I promise you. We don't throw people under the boat, man. I don't care what you look like, what you sound like, what color you are, brown, purple, pink, blue, purple polka dotted people eater, whatever. Man, wouldn't the world be a whole lot better place if we just try to take care of each other? I remember in my history books it said when they come over here that the neighbors would help your neighbor build a house. They would feast together. I remember in the first grade when I was proud to be an American. I ain't so much anymore. I mean, daggone people. What's this world coming to? Y'all worried about getting a damn stimulus check or whatever. Yeah, it's nice to get it. People dying out there, COVID-19, COVID 19. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's not. I don't care. I think Chinese sucker punched us, whatever. I don't think it was their people that did it. I think that select few over there might have done it. I don't think everybody in the world is bad. Damn sure the drug addicts ain't trying to hide something that we don't even know we're hiding. And I'm here trying to make a difference. Y'all can listen to me. I don't know if you do or don't, or care really if you do or don't. If I save one person, it's worth it to me. It's all I care about. I ain't here for politics. I ain't here for religion. I'll praise Jesus Christ and I'll cuss them commies. But I'm telling you right now, it ain't about that. It's about my brother walking down the street there, sticking a needle in his arm, and ain't nobody there to give him Narcan because, well, he's just a junkie. Or a guy over there strung out on meth. They're coming after me. It's sad. It's sad. I see it every day. I don't know about y'all. I see it all around me every day. People falling out in stores, sitting in the car and just nodding off or talking to themselves going down the roads. It's sad, man. You don't have to be like that. You don't have to be scared of the shadow people no more. You don't have to worry about overdosing no more. You don't have to do all that. Giving you the answers right here. Change your mind. You have a sobriety date right now, 4/24/2020. I'll call a rehab, get you in there. I don't know one right offhand, but I got a book of them. I know how to get on www.unitedforrecovery.org. I'll help you out. I'll drive you there if I need to. That's what we'll do. That's what everybody on this side to do. I seen them show out for a guy the other day. For real. They don't even know who the guy is. Y'all don't even know who the guy is. Y'all showed out. Showed out for him. Don't even know his name. All I said was he was from Bardstown and he went to recovery works in E-Town. He got clothes, he got money, he got all that, whatever he needed so he can succeed. That tells me that we cared. I cared. I hope y'all cared. I hope if you're in addiction that maybe you can reach out and find a new way. Find a new way. I get so excited I can't even smoke a whole cigarette. I got two of them going. I know. I get all worked up. Wait, 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 wait. That's why I can't be serious. I got to thank you for thanking me. I'm really not doing it, Jamie. I swear. My higher power comes in the back of my head right here, and it comes out my mouth. Chuck Brothers, I know wouldn't do this. He'd do your dope, take your dope, and help you look for it. That's the Chuck Brothers I know. I got to give it all to my higher power, buddy. I didn't do nothing. I'm not capable as a human being of doing anything. My job as a human being is to be maximum service to my fellow man and my higher power. That's all I can be. I can never be anything more and anything less. Not a person on this planet has a job besides that. Maximum service to your fellow man and your higher power if you got one. But either way, your job is to be maximum service to your fellow man, and that's what I do. And every big book, little book in the world says that. This one right here from that right there, the big old HB, Holy Bible says it. That big book right there says it. Even that one right there says it. And all them other books I got say it. Maximum service to my fellow man. And if I do that, I got a shot at life. I got a shot at being sober as long as I don't stick one in me. Every book I've ever read out about any of this, it says that. Can't keep it if you don't give it away. Reach out, help somebody. It don't matter if you're an alcoholic or addict. I do things for people in town here, that y'all don't know about. I help out. I try to pay my debt to society every month. And they're not addicts. They're just people in my community. My mom asked me one time, she's like, why should I donate to these people over here at Crusade for Children? I said, Mom, donate to the people here in your community. The people that you know, the people that need it. I mean, that's all good. I mean, I ain't saying it ain't. It is. And I give to Crusade for Children too when they come around. I do give to that. But you know what? There's people around here suffering too that nobody's seeing. Take care of your own and then reach out and get the others. I'm supposed to reach out to an addict and help an addict. I don't stop there. I reach out to addicts right here. I talk about addiction at 8 o'clock or listen. And then when I go out on the streets doing my thing, I'm always talking about recovery. Try to be a better person every day. Just a little bit better than yesterday. I ain't trying to be perfect. I fail miserably every day. I fail every day. I say something I shouldn't have said. I say something about somebody I shouldn't have said. I might buy into somebody's uh, rumors or whatever. I'm not perfect. I'm a human being. But as long as I'm trying to do something different and be better than I was yesterday, Rome wasn't built in a day. When I fill my plate full of food that tall, I can't eat that in one bite. But if I nibble at it, it'll go away. Plate will get empty. It's like everything else. A little bit better every day. Just a little bit better every day. Love y'all. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow and share on Facebook. We will be back here at 6:30 tomorrow, just like every day, because people die every day. I love y'all. I believe in y'all. Word from our sponsors. I love this part. Chuck Brothers Heating and Cooling. All your residential and commercial needs. 502-286-0005. 502-286-0005. I love you all. Rock on. Peace out. Don't put nothing in you. Help another person out. Love thy neighbor as thy love me. Tomorrow, 6:30. Chuck Brothers Recovery Loud Proud. Woo, woo.